Hello traders, it's Khaled. Welcome to today's daily pitch, 9 of July 2025. Let's dive into the latest economic events, technicals, and see what is moving the markets. Okay guys, sound looks good. Let's move to the economic calendar and see what do we have pre-planned economic events for today. So looking at the economic calendar, we can see that we had some data for China related to CPI, PPI. Well, the CPI was better than expected the year over year, but the PPI came in at minus 3.6%, lower than what is expected and lower than previous. In addition to that, we had the New Zealand interest rates, which is kept as stable, no change. That's what the market pricing in. Moving forward during the day, well, today relatively calm. We don't have too much important data except the FOMC meeting minutes. Of course, the FOMC meeting minutes, it is not a meeting itself. It's just a summary of the previous meeting. If you want to know more about the FOMC meeting minutes and how it will affect DXY, check out in our videos in our channel. I made a specific video for the FOMC and explaining what are the possible scenarios and how it will affect the XY. Okay guys, moving to the charts, let's see what do we have and what's going on. Well, looking at the dollar index after it reached the support level around the 96, currently it is moving higher, slow movement up, not much of a sharp aggressive movement. Keep in mind that there is still optimism in the markets. The tariff deadline was delayed from July 9 till August 1st. Several countries are not threatening as well the US. So in general, we are having optimism and most probably we will see additional deals coming in. Looking at the treasury yields are moving up, and even if we look at the 2-year treasury yields, they are moving up as well. Especially the 2-year treasury yields are directly affected by the interest rates. And as we know, the interest rates currently, let me see if I have it open here. Well, especially after the employment data we had last week, we can see that the first rate cut is expected in September. Not only that, before the employment data, the percentage for a rate cut in July meeting was 25%. After the good employment data and after the markets absorb this data as okay, the Feds have more room to keep interest rates higher for longer, the percentage dropped, saying that almost 100% there will be no rate cut by this meeting, and 60% there will be the first rate cut in September. These numbers are subject to change, of course, depending on the economic data and economic situation. Looking at the VIX as well, the VIX after we had some spike up related to the tariffs, currently after the things are calming down, we can see VIX moving lower. Let's move on to the currencies today and see what do we have for GBP JPY. Looking at GBP JPY, this was our previous analysis. We had this trend lines. We said that if price was able to break above these candle highs, we could see a move up. Currently, that's what's taking place. Let's delete all of these lines and see what possible scenarios we could have today with GBP JPY. Okay. It is very important to note that currently on GBP JPY, we are approaching a very, very important technical and psychological level. The 200 level is a very important level. Let me move it a little bit up. Zooming out to the daily time frame, we can see that for several times, this area was tested, like from July 2024, it was tested, then a sharp move down, then here, and currently we are testing it. So for people, especially people looking for swing trades and a higher time frame positioning, the 200 is a very important area. I will be watching this level closely, looking for the price action. I would like to see, let's move to the 1-hour time frame. I would like to see candles moving up, even breaking slightly above the 200 level, but showing some rejection, showing us some double top like this. This could be an indicator that the momentum is not enough. the buyer's momentum is not enough to break above this psychological and technical level. So I will keep an eye on the 200 level. If we see signs of rejection, we could take advantage. At least the first target we could look for the 198.5. On the other hand, if we are able to break this level, breaking below the 98.5, retesting, my next target would be these candle lows at the 196.8. For people looking to take advantage as a swing trade, as I mentioned, let's move to the daily time frame and see. Well, in general, the daily time frame, the trade ideas are still the same. So if we test the 200 or slightly higher and we started breaking lower, moving down, this is the first area, this is the second area, and it could be for a long-term traders. Your next area could be the 194 approximately. Here we're talking about 600 pips, which is like a really good trade. But back to the 1 hour time frame. If price moves down to the 198.4, 198.5, and we start to see some slight rejection here, a double bottom, bearish candles getting weaker, any technical formation indicating reversal, this could be an indicator that we could go up again and retest the 200 level. It's very common, and especially for GBP, JPY. If price breaks certain level or rejects certain level, goes down, retest it once again, and then goes down. So it is not something strange for GJ. And here we have as well, in case we see signs of rejection, we could see something like this. And the final scenario, what if we broke lower? Well, personally, I would like to see a break below this level. Below the 193.4, if I see an hourly candle breaking lower, the next one making an upper wick, we could be moving down, targeting here the 194, approximately 193.9. These are the possible scenarios, and the final scenario is reaching this level. Reaching this level, I will monitor the price action, looking for any kind of reversal, of rejection, similar to what we have here. Let's zoom in a little bit and see how was the price action. We can see here that it was very bearish. Then we started to see candles having just a lower wicks and closing higher, a bullish candle, even this candle having a lower wick, and then a strong engulfing candle, like mainly double the size of the ones to the left. So if I see something like this, some reversal like this, we could take advantage to the 196.5 once again. These are the possible scenarios I see. I would like to see price going above the 200, then closing below. This is a very, very important level. Keep this in mind. Let's move on to US30 and see what is going on with the equities. Guys, if you like us to analyze any currency pair, type for us in the comment section, in the live, or under our video. In addition to that, don't forget to leave us a like, a comment, subscribe, and join our Telegram channel, which you will find pinned in the comment section under our video, where we will post additional analysis and more up-to-date economic data. Looking at US30. US30 has as well reached a very important level, which is the previous highs here, approximately the 45,000, a little bit higher, and currently it's snapping back. The move down was mainly due to profit-taking moves, in addition to the slight fear in the markets related to the tariffs, although things are getting better right now. So let's zoom in a little bit and see what could we have as a possible scenario. Well, I will be marking this level here at the 44,400. I would like to see price even digging a little bit deeper, starting to break like this, and we could target once again the 45,100. On the other hand, if we are able to break lower, to be honest, I prefer to keep this zone as a no trade zone. Price action could be choppy here. You will not know if price action will snap up or down. That's why the gray area here, keep it as no trade range. If you have an hourly candle, a 30-minute candle, especially during NYSE, during the high volume, if you have a candle doing something like this, retest, my next target will be, zoom out a little bit, My first next target, I will mark it here at the 43,700, and in case we have additional seller momentum, I will be looking to target the 43,200. I would like to see this scenario, honestly. I would like to see price correcting this upside move, or at least correcting 50% of this upside move, going down before looking for reversal entries or buy entries for something like this, or similarly and better price positioning will be at the 43,100, 43,200. This will be good scenarios for US30 as well. Of course, whenever we reach the 45,000, 45,100, monitor the price action. We need a fundamental catalyst, a new optimism in the markets in order to break higher and print new all-time highs. Okay, guys, let's move on and see what do we have for gold. For gold, this was our trade ideas yesterday. We were approximately here. We were expecting a little bit price to dig a little bit higher. Actually, this candle made an upper wick. It reached the 3,340. I wanted to see like the 45 tested, but we started to snap back. So we had a retest, started breaking lower. It broke below the 3,325. And currently we are reacting at the next area of interest, which is the 3,290. I believe, first let me delete these lines. Well, I can keep these two. Well, I believe if we have an hourly candle closing below this level, we could see something like this. Price making an upper wick and start to trade lower. But keep in mind and watch out for the reaction at this level. Let me do it like this. I will watch out for the price action at this level. I want to see a break below the 3,375, and our next target will be the 3,250. Looking at the 3,250, a very important level. Several times we have mentioned it. We could see a strong reaction from this level, just buyers jumping in, taking advantage. Of course, no need to say, we do not need to correct the whole move, but if you correct like 400 pips or 500 pips, that's a very good day trade, and for scalpers, it's something super. So this is the first scenario I see on gold. I would like to wait for this candle to see how it will close, and the next candle, will it make an upper wick and start it to move lower? On the other hand, if the candles are flipping and I start to see, let me mark like this. If I start to see candles closing above the 3,295, 3,300, this could be an indicator that we could have a pullback, and the next area will be the 3,325. Of course, monitoring the reaction at these two candle highs. In order to reach this level, we need to break here. So that's it, I believe, on gold. I don't think today we will reach these levels. Of course, I would like to see like a retest of these levels and the price movement like this, but I don't believe we will have it. I think we could either make an upper wick and dig a little bit lower, or in case we are able to break above this level, our next target could be the 3,307, 3,310. But as I said, currently gold is making an interesting move. We will see how this candle will close. Hopefully it will close below these wicks. The next one will just make an upper wick and start moving down, and watch out for the reaction here on the left and here as well. So guys, that's it for today. I hope that you enjoyed our video. Stay with us, and we will be live tomorrow as well, updating you with what is taking place in the markets. Thank you so much, and we will see you soon.